Hey there, Sabine here with day 20 of the 90-day visibility challenge. Hope you're having a great day. So I just want to share something really briefly. I'll try to keep it briefly that came up in a conversation that I was having last week with someone. And we were talking about this visibility challenge, and he was asking me, what sparked it for me, what I intended to gain out of the process. And we're having that conversation. And then he asked a very profound question, which was, what do you believe has changed between now and the time that you started this challenge, which at the time was about 2.5 weeks. And so as I stopped and reflected on that particular question, I realized that it wasn't the strategy, because the strategy, there really wasn't one. Outside of just showing up every day, making the commitment to show up every day, there wasn't a specific content flow that or product or service that I was marketing or anything like that. But what has changed, believe it or not, in these last 20 days is really me. I can see, feel, and sense a change in me, in my messaging, in my level of vulnerability, in my honesty with myself and with you through these past 20 days. And it just made me sit back and reflect that, sometimes we say yes to doing certain things. Sometimes, it's coming from a place of fear, and we have to muster all the courage that we have to say yes and to show up and to actually take action towards what it is that we feel called to. And I think sometimes, and I'll speak for myself, sometimes in the past that it can be so easy to be focused on the task at hand that we miss the opportunity to see and observe our own being changing in the process of the thing. So, for the most part, anytime that I've said yes to something and made a big leap or, stepped into a new level, there was a yes that came from it. Then I had to take action, and then I had to move forward, scared, confused, and all the things, right? And I was so focused on getting to that end goal that there were times where I completely missed the internal transformation that was happening. I think in this particular situation with this challenge, him asking me that question gave me the space to pause and to actually take notice of who I've become in just the last 20 days. And so now it's not just about, oh my gosh, I have 70 days left and I'm just trying to finish this challenge through the end of the year. But now I get to sit in that seat of observer where I get to witness my growth. I get to witness my change. I get to witness as parts of my being who held that fear, who held that insecurity, who held that mistrust or distrust in what I brought to the table, and also how people would receive it. I get to witness and watch her transform all of that energy into this space. And so my message for you today, or my invitation to you today, is if you are moving towards a particular goal, which I imagine most of you are, have a goal in sight, whether that goal completes itself at the end of the year or this is a longer term goal, it's okay to focus on how things are going to look once you achieve that goal. But I'm inviting you to take a step back, take a pause, take a moment, as this gentleman allowed me to do, and ask yourself, what has changed? What change have I experienced as a result of setting this particular goal? What about me, or where within myself do I notice a difference? I think those moments are gifts to ourselves, and they also just reinvigorate the passion and the desire to continue to move forward. So that's my invitation to you today. Also, there's a reflection question in the captions. Be sure to check that out. And if you're willing and courageous enough, feel free to share your response in the comments below, or at the very least, take note so that you can journal in your own private time. That's what I have for you today. I will be back tomorrow with day 21. Have a great rest of the day. Talk soon.